What's going on YouTube? Cheatmaster55 here, aka Logan JYA on Twitch. If you're not already following the stream, please be sure to hit the link in the description down below. We do weekly tournaments, giveaways, gameplay, and a whole lot more. Be sure to follow us there. But today, I'm here with an extremely unique type of market watch. Now, I know what you might be thinking. There's already an infinite number of market watches on YouTube from a whole bunch of different superior YuGiTubers. Why do I need to watch one more? Well, there's one particular subject that has not been addressed by these mainstream YuGiTubers. Now, while they have begun to look at sealed boxes during their market watches, I've yet to see a video that actually addresses the market for sealed structure decks and starter decks. And this is something that I think is an extreme oversight. There's an entire market for these particular collectibles, and some of the prices will absolutely blow your mind.
What's going on, guys? So let's get into it. I want to take it from the very beginning of this game's history with starter decks Yugi and Kaiba. And the first thing I want to show you guys is I actually took the liberty of going through and finding the lowest price listings on eBay to start. But yeah, without further ado, let's get cracking. The lowest listing price for an unlimited English sealed starter deck Yugi you can find on eBay, or anywhere for that matter, including TCG Player, is $150 as of right now. And this guy claims near mint, but I would strongly disagree. If we look at the photo, we can see that this is a little bit chewed on, maybe roughed around, thrown around a backpack for a little bit. Not the greatest condition, but that is going to be the lowest price that you can find for an unlimited starter deck Yugi right now. And moving on from that, it's only going to go up. But one thing I wanted to talk about is the Portuguese ones. This is something that actually was very popular about a year or two ago, was selling Portuguese starter deck Yugis and Kaibas, because they actually came out about a year or two later than the original run of starter deck Yugi. So first editions at first were really cheap. You could get this for maybe $10 to $15 in maybe 2017 or 2016. You could get them for a very low price, near retail price. And now the price has skyrocketed. These things are now almost as sought after as the English copies, especially considering they got that first edition stamp on top. So this is the lowest listing price that I could find for a single sealed Portuguese starter deck Yugi. This is the starter deck Yugi Evolution sealed in English. The lowest listing price on eBay right now is $50, free shipping. This is not a terrible deal. These actually seem to be on the rise from what I've noticed. Around this time last year, these same starter decks were at about $30. So it does seem to be growing slowly but steadily, and I think that as we're seeing right now with the starter deck Yugis, the 2002 runs really getting bought out to ridiculous extents. When we see the first editions, then you'll really know what I mean. These ones are going to be one of the next ones to go. So keep your eyes peeled on these. Right now, lowest you can get them for is $50. Moving on from that, though, I did want to take a minute to talk about Portuguese for starter deck Yugi and Kaiba Evolution. These ones are also widely available in Unlim and in first edition. The ones that I found here are the pair unlimited for $45. You can find them individually for around $20 to $25. Some are trying to charge $30 for unlim, but this is not a terrible deal if you can find a bundle like this. Regardless, it's the same thing. The same thing is happening with these Portuguese cards. You're actually going to see them go up in price. It's just going to be a delayed fuse. So if you are interested in getting in and you're a little late to the party, then it's actually Portuguese, although it may sound silly at first because there is a higher quantity on market currently. You're actually going to be saving money in the long run because the price is going to appreciate very similarly, if not equally, to the English copies. So definitely recommend looking into picking those up. Following up on that, I've got the lowest listed price for a starter deck Kaiba Evolution first edition that you can find on eBay. That is $70 sealed with $5 shipping. This one, the box is not perfect. You can see you have some price stickers on there. However, these are not that difficult to take off. If you do it properly, you can get these off without damaging the product itself. Box has got a couple dings on it, but nothing to not be super expected from something that definitely wasn't kept in the best of conditions, and for your lowest price. They do go higher. I think the next price that I saw for one that was in better condition was around $75, $80. Moving on from that, let's see what we have coming up next. Oh yes, so here's another first edition, $85, very similar condition. Yes, first ed, Starter Deck Evolution Kaiba, English, but again, similar condition, but the next price is up to $85 already, so. Following up on that, we got another first edition one. The condition is slightly better, like I was talking about earlier, but the price point is also significantly higher. We're looking at $100 now with $7 shipping. That's $107 for this sealed, which is pretty crazy. You can see that this is literally going in order of how the price climbs. After these are gone, you're not going to be able to find them. There is such low quantities. You can go on eBay right now. You will not find more than 10 to 15 of these listed, sealed English first edition decks. That is going to be a very sought after market very shortly. Following up on that, oh God, man, I wanted to talk about this. This is the starter deck Kaiba sealed from 2002 first edition. I think that there are two currently on eBay. There is none on TCG Player, and it's very difficult to find them anywhere else. The lowest price you can get a sealed first edition starter deck set Kaiba for right now is $1,500 with free shipping, of course, so that's nice. But yes, this is going. The condition is gorgeous, with a minor nick on the bottom, but it's absolutely insane the price that this deck commands. If you looked at this same exact product maybe 2 years ago, not even 1 year ago, the price wasn't nearly as high. It was maybe like $600-700, which of course is still a monumental amount of money, but the price is actually doubled. This is absolutely insane, unprecedented growth that nobody is talking about, but these starter decks have grown in value at an obscene rate. They are almost doubled in value right now, and they are almost impossible to find. So I think that this is something that may only go up. If they sell, it's only going to go up. But as you can see, 3 people viewing per hour. I think this listing had something like 40 watchers on it. So people are serious about this because they know how hard it is to come by right now. Anyway, I think we're going to change gears after that. Here's the next one. Next cheapest is $1,800. So those are the 2 listings that I was talking about. You literally go from $1,500 to $1,800. And those are the only 2 you can find on eBay for first edition. Good luck with that. Following up on that, I want to talk about starter deck Joey. This is one of my absolute favorites. I personally have my hallmark of my sealed collection is a starter deck Joey Deluxe Edition sealed. I want to take it. This is literally every listing that we have for sealed starter deck Joey. Price and shipping lowest first. You can find Italians for fair deals. First edition Italians, $45 right there. That's pretty good. He's got 30 watchers. Again, this is something very similar though. A year ago at the same time, you could get Joey and Pegasus in Italian together for $40, the 2 of them, free shipping to your house, American seller, boom, just like that, and it would be $40. You'd have both decks, but the price has doubled. 1 year later, the price has doubled. I think that we can anticipate a very similar reaction in another year, which is why it's such a safe investment to get into sealed product. This is something that should only go up. We see something very similar with the Portuguese decks here, $50. This same deal last year, maybe $20 to $30. Now it's $50. The price is growing. It is rising. Same thing with Spanish here. You're seeing almost $70 right there if you count shipping. I really don't count the sealed decks without the boxes. We're not going to worry about that right now. That's a topic for another day. Now we're getting into English. Lowest priced English, $93 free shipping. It's an unlimited, but it is a sealed starter deck Joey's second printing run. You can tell because of the Konami logo. First printing run has the OG Konami logo, as in the ones that you saw right here. That is a first printing run. $200 is the lowest asking price on this. This is the second printing run. These came in the deluxe editions and came printed a little bit later. Korean, ignore. Lowest price deluxe edition sealed that you can currently find for Joey is $275 on its own. Starter deck Joey, that's first edition, decent shape box, sealed. Lowest price is about $300, just shy of $300. That's not a terrible deal. After that one deluxe edition goes, it goes up to $350. So if that was something that you've ever had interest in, now is the time to jump on that. And then we see that the price just climbs. This is something unique, a misprint, pretty cool. $550 because they put the wrong card in the front. Does it even have red eyes in it? We don't know, but it's sealed. I've actually seen this listing before. I'm not sure if it's a repost or something, but I've seen that one before. Right, so now to move on to structure decks for the last tiny part of this video. Honestly, I want to start with the Soul Burner structure deck. So I'm sure everybody knows competitive relevant structure decks will only gain value, especially considering the reprints that come inside those decks. Soul Burner structure deck, aka the set where Salamangreat, a tier 1 deck, was introduced into the TCG, was extremely anticipated upon release, and the initial retail price almost instantly jumped above the $10 set MSRP rate. Nowadays, about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years later, from the 1 year, 2019, 1 year later, we are seeing a price appreciation of almost double. We are seeing this deck now going for $17 sealed. That is because of the reprints and because of the relevancy of the cards still in the set. And that is why new structure decks with good decks in them are a very safe investment. If you can get them for retail, so you go to your Target, your Walmart, you get a few that you want to use, you get some that you keep sealed too, because they are going to grow in value. It's almost a guarantee. You don't believe me? I can show you a very small example that we can already see in effect, and that is with the Shaddoll structure decks. Right now, these are starting to go for $12. They're on a slow climb, and this deck has only come out this year. It's been out maybe for a few months now. I think that if I'm making this prediction now, we would see very similar price increases to the Salamangreat deck. The only caveat I have is that this deck's reprints are slightly weaker. Salamangreat had Ash Blossom in it. That's one of the best cards of all time. This one does not have that, but it does have one of the most fan-favorite archetypes of all time, and some very good unique cards for it. So I think we could see a very similar price increase on this deck. As you can see on eBay, as after these ones go for around the $12, $13 mark, we're up to 14. And 14 is where the line is held until you hit 15. It's a little different in TCG Player. There are more quantities, and there are a lot more sellers who have these in stock right now, and you can still find them in stores for $10 MSRP. But in the future, this is something to keep your eyes peeled on. Let's go on TCG Player and look at Soul Burner. Lowest price you'll find, $15 for sealed. And then after that, boom. We got somebody who's holding the line with a lot of quantities, then it jumps to $17. That means eBay is going to be cheaper at that point after these decks go. So definitely something to be aware of. Want to talk about Shaddolls again, like I said, holding the line at $12 right now for a while, but these did just come out, and after that we see a slow climb to 13, 14, and then it would eventually reach 15, 16, I think, in the time period of about a year after its release. Now, I did want to talk about Starter Deck Joey on TCG Player, because there is 2 listings that you can find it for. Now, these are a little sketchier. You don't see pictures of them. You can't really judge it as well. I personally would not buy sealed starters off of TCG Player unless it was a crazy good deal. But unlimited, the lowest price you're going to find is $150. I think this is a little bit more than what we saw on eBay. And then for first edition, $200 unopened. That is not a terrible deal. But like I said, we don't know the condition of it. So, you're taking that risk. If you're buying TCG Player, you're not getting a good look at your sealed starter before you purchase it. You're just kind of putting your faith in that seller. That's going to be decent. And for this price point, that's a lot to risk. Finally, I want to talk about some last things. We can do a little bit of price comparison with where these decks lie. So just a quick scroll through the cheapest sets that you can find. This is just Starter Deck YuGiOh and Kaiba, English, near mint, very good condition boxes, but unlimited in English, $400, $450. Those are just going to be some of the best deals that you can find. This seller actually has one. He had a whole box, and he's got one left, selling for $330, which is crazy. But yeah, I just want to take a quick look at that. Wrapping things off, the first edition sealed lowest price you're going to find for Starter Deck YuGiOh, one of them from a foreign seller in Australia, is approximately $700 after shipping, or like just below $700 after shipping. So that's in Australia. And then the last thing I want to talk about is a bit of a teaser for the next market watch we're going to do, is the lowest priced Starter Deck Pegasus first edition sealed. And that is $200 for first edition, which honestly, if we looked at the Joeys, this one's a little less sought after. But this is a good price point, and I think we're only going to see that climb, and we may even see that climb before we get into the next video. But that is everything that I have for you guys today with the first iteration of the Starter Deck, Structure Deck, Market Watch, Sealed Market. We're checking this stuff out because nobody else is doing it, and it is absolutely insane, some of the prices you'll see these things command. While it's a bit more unlikely that you can dig into your bulk or your old stuff and find these decks still sealed, if you can get your hands on them for a decent deal, never pass them up. And if this is something that you're interested in collecting, you've found a brand new market to actually consider investing into. But that's all I got for you guys. Don't forget to check out the stream, Logan JYA, first link in the description down below. Please like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel out infinitely. Hit that bell if you really want to. And yeah, Shimas55, aka Logan JYA, signing out. Have a great day.